Vegas. This is the home greatest spectacle in all time. Inside Allegiant Stadium, over history, as Randy Orton hosts American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes with Orton and knock off the Viper to returns are out. The WWE WrestleMania Saturday.
It's something you can't really explain. The crowd roars. No brighter light, second takes.
Ultimania will live for.
We get to
What a spectacle we got here.
movable object.
It's over.
When legends took their final.
The heist of the century.
When Cody. Kids that we were alive and we were there.
Cheap and the best in the world.
On the grandest stage.
They talked to me and
When Jade and Rhea stood face to face. Welcome. All for the very first time.
from me.
But we know we're the memories that will last a lifetime. Here.
What a
No second takes. The curtain's about to rise.
WWE 2K26.
Welcome, your host, John Cena.
It's gonna be what it's gonna be. 5 pound stance is a gift.
Performer, first-time host. How am I doing so far? Undeniable that this year's road to wrestling unpredictable, and it has been very, very. Michael Cole, is it polarizing? We're all in here for the same up. And we are all and deliver. Ladies and gentlemen, an end to WrestleMania.
It's a six-man tag team chain. The
At Allegiant Stadium. 9-time tag team. We are ready for WrestleMania.
Yes, we are. 25th time calling entry Michael Cole. What an honor to be alongside.
So it's guys like Logan Paul and of WrestleMania this year. Team at WrestleMania, 30 tag team champions.
Dallas, California, Wing Night.
Against Division tonight. The group that he was eliminated, LA Knight was by Division.
Yeah, so much hatred, so runs as deep as LA Knight.
And the fight with podcaster Killicamp after big WrestleMania week.
On his live stream a couple of weeks ago, this
Stops Ram. So glad you could join us here live on
Speed and the world in Paul. The Vision.
and the Usos, the tag titles, knocked out LA. Let's talk about experience in WWE. That was last year's Royal Time Bottle. He got RKO'd by Orton, so
not anywhere near a WWE ring. I mean, it's in way over his head tonight. And of course, the now 5-time
ISO Speed, just like he's 3 wins at WrestleMania. Like Austin Theory, remember what he did? Had a ladder match for the tag titles. Where
it's a very different version of Austin Theory.
Tag team titles. thanks to double super kick, wipes out the Vision. Beef here.
Oh, well, the game plan caused them so many problems over the past several.
LA Knight in the early going.
Any deeper, he may struggle. However, game over from here.
Well, he was showing off a bit in LA.
Well, it's a huge,
wow!
It's a huge
And now
on speed!
Oh, and a power slam.
Take your eye off the megastar. No match was ever won off a body slam.
Logan Paul now into the ring as I show quite the history with the Vision as an official in this matchup. Ryan Trent.
WrestleMania. Adrenaline is running high for
main event Jey Uso, who last General Gunther, who we'll see later on tonight in the match with
so much instant count since the womb. That is why they are
appeared at WrestleMania 1.
His back.
And now Austin
Theory laying in wait.
The tag made. Here comes Logan Paul. Body slam. Did you forget Hogan and Andre at WrestleMania 3?
Right at the start. Later on in the show when I'm tired, man.
He's become a changed man. A little bit. Used to let the pressure get to him. Now he feeds.
And if I show Speed's going to get anywhere in this.
All the way up. I'm over the head. Like that.
Sense from Speed. Listen to the veterans.
Not just going through it.
Yeah, nothing is but pulling them off crisply against the
best in WWE. So superstar now. Body shots delivered to Jimmy.
Jimmy
plate in it. And now Jimmy Uso
can get a fresh man into this. Huge turning point in the match. This could be where it's
Theory. These two have been at each other. Oh! Got caught. Cover! Oh, and Austin just rolled out of the way. And out of the way momentarily. May have cost Jey the match.
I not like him, but he is so good inside that
big left hand.
Jey. So right there, that's a separated shoulder.
I show Speed trying to get out of.
Nice head scissors there.
Speed just sent nothing.
But Wade up.
Pushed him into it.
Miss Wade.
He certainly did not. However, that's not.
BFT. Here I go.
That has not sat well with the Vision. A hell in a handbasket because up
by the Vision.
You caught me like
titanium plate in the right hand.
My mania.
I show Speed and Austin Theory of the Vision for this.
Winning and losing at this level, they're all learn that the hard way. This is just a mugging.
Logan Paul calling Speed a moron.
Loss is not in front of the eyes of the world
from Grayson. Meanwhile, Jey Uso sent to the floor.
Saver. There. This may get ugly here.
I show Speed on the table.
Don't do it, Speed.
Celebrating with I show.
It didn't feel good. He'll enjoy watching Logan Paul, who may have a crushed rib.
WrestleMania. I show. Look at the Speed with an I show splash.
What an absolutely insane WrestleMania for the eyes of the.
Jay, what's a
right there? Yay, yay, yay.
Guys.
Spies. It's for every condition. T1 for hot days. True work. Built like it matters.
Accredited university that has transformed adult lives. mgc.edu.
Nothing's.
Welcome to the jungle.
We don't just do V8s, Hurricanes, and Hellcats, making NASCAR winning round.
What is the dumbest thing you've ever wished?
Shows you all the monthly subscriptions you have and how much you're paying.
You're a pro baller, podcaster, and a wanker.
Soft, stylish.
East it. What? Never leave a fit behind.
Yee. Lobster tail and you're pushing $50.
Really?
Yeah, fire.
Yeah, it's fire. It's Fireball.
Didn't realize is that wetter cleans better. For the best clean, pants down.
In the world, CM Punk.
Two of the biggest stars for the world.
Acknowledge me.
When did buying golf clubs get so complicated?
Club's proven performance at half.
Cheese? The Applebee's OM cheeseburger, much cheese? Never. The OM
makes all the difference. Solar generators that are lightweight, portable. Go to 4patriots.com to claim your
27. You get a front row seat to the prize flash deals all way day long.
Now
these savings won't last, so mark thing home.
Hey, live from Allegiant Stadium, the home. Huge WWE fan for the 49ers. This is here. Another big WWE fan. The Indiana Pacers here in for WrestleMania.
The following is in us, no countouts. The only way to not be held liable for damage. Begin for 200 and Jacob.
Oh, this is gonna be between these two superstars. Whatever you want to each other, we can't.
Drew McIntyre has gone back in prison. Jacob Fatu has talked about ready to win titles in WWE. Two back for one night. He's gonna smash tonight. Is brought to you by Chumba. Let's Chumba. No breaks. You have to.
Well, there's certainly a lot of these competitors knowing the highest levels of violent savagery.
Drew McIntyre can get down and dirt. Sin City street fight or a submission to win the match.
Getting to WrestleMania adds WWE in large part to the arrival mid-match. Laser focus on taking the win here. Why did McIntyre do that? Big
two, wasting little time, going after Drew McIntyre. And here comes an unhinged Jacob.
Accept a submission, and I would not blame.
Driven into the ring post by Jacob on the hunt.
That's exactly what you need to do. Get the upper hand.
Jacob Fatu now. Saying the fact that Nick Aldis made this unsanctioned.
Put a bunch of rules in place. You could have thrown it out the window anyway. Just noticed it's actually the referee in the ring right now. PTSD for McIntyre.
Hell in a cell. Toolbox and tools. Where to use the toolbox, or maybe not. Oh my goodness. Fatu.
Whatsoever, and nor should there be from McIntyre. Jacob Fatu, both the front.
Jacob Fatu has turned the tables.
Over the past couple of years, if anyone...
Nobody's driven spine first.
Ability.
And now collapsed the chest.
Who flew here to watch McIntyre
learn a couple of years ago when he got involved in
something. Go check that out right now as McIntyre...
Monkey wrench
bounce back from the kind of assault levied at freakish ability. This warlord.
Fire. And look at this.
Just to be clear, Drew up in the air and caught him with ease. Caught on the way back down and driven
match. In wrestle years ago.
Flying Glasgow kiss to Fatu. And how quickly this one could turn.
Very lethal. McIntyre is ran into his own chair, caught him with a back elbow.
Drag a little here and face first into that steel.
Drew McIntyre seems like he's entering the zone.
Taste your own medicine. I got some power too. Unpredictable.
And the big man got a fly in there.
Just bouncing up immediately.
Looking for the death blow.
Burst into that steel chair and wait out.
Guitar kicked out.
Oh my God. Take a look at this first of all. McIntyre followed up by this double jump move. Beaten until right now.
Matchup on ESPN2. And that
tapping his opponent here, and now going to
try to take out the odds. Disdain, so much hate.
Drag, but Drew McIntyre has found the
McIntyre in action. We're more and more impressed with what.
Don't say that lightly, but he proves it time and
suplex. And Fatu set through the count. I think the only thing that saved Fatu there is he did
painful. But it's certainly not.
He's had a quite the history with Drew. The referee can't do anything about it.
Oh, go on SmackDown. Vic, he's looking to humiliate him.
Fatu slowly making his way back to
the eyes of McIntyre there. Did not pounce.
Fine. You saw McIntyre trying to crawl toward the.
It needs to get shredded, and it may be payback.
Here are the strikes, Wade.
Just absolute pain coursing through to that toolbox.
McIntyre, who's notched time. Claymore by McIntyre.
Incredibly from Drew
official for what he perceived was a slow count here.
Vicious attacks, and their opponents have come from here.
WrestleMania Saturday is. Headbutts go by Fatu, driving McIntyre.
The biggest appetite for warfare, the deepest.
Us on ESPN2 tonight for the first part of the Unlimited plan as Jacob.
Long time ago at this point. McIntyre's body simply would not co-op. Up here though.
Climb to the top rope and McIntyre off the.
Exactly what you tank to do something like this.
And now McIntyre may have Fatu exactly
in the hands of McIntyre to put this one to
out of harm's way as McIntyre again. And another one by Fatu drops McIntyre.
And is that toolbox?
Jacob Fatu. It was his violent.
Praise look in his eye. Matchup that was. The volume of abuse, both
back in time for one night.
This thing one shot fall to the hands at this point. He's got to get his opponent beginning McIntyre's career horns again. And that's it, moonsault through the table. And what a victory.
Puts to rest. Jacob Fatu, impressive here. And you have to wonder if this finally rivalry.
Well, for the safety, I always said, wants to be the #1 whose career go from here. And it's going to take a long, long time.
Tonight, in an impressive win, for joining us for this special presentation, ESPN app, with the Unlimited for screen now, including our main event. We'll see you on the other side.
Tiffy tag.
The undisputed Chumba champion had Damian took from you.
Now that Chumba's on board, there's enough gold coins.
Stress works late. That's where Blue Chew Gold comes in sync, relieving tensions in less stressful. Blue Chew Gold.
$10, you guys, are you kidding me?
If y'all love steel,
everything is live.
Warmer, faster drying, and up now at truework.com.
The truth. Find it. Find comfort, urge to defy it. But need more people in the West.
Hey, it's John Cena, and 2% cash back on stuff like groceries or gas. Credit. When you park that cash back in a high-yield savings account. Sorry, I thought I was done. Don't bank the old.
Been plagued by itch and irritation from not wiping clean. Smears. Ditch the itch and switch to wet.
New teams, new rules. Next Saturday on ESPN.
Tonight on ABC and the ESPN.
More cheese. Our juicy bacon cheeseburger served $99. Only at Applebee's.
What's at the push of a button? Bartesian/cocktails.
Turn, but work must go on. Backup power where it matters most. Go wherever the job takes you.
Tonight, we crown a redemption. And legendary coaches are ready. Championship starts now. Are all here tonight at the AA Gymnastics Championship country that will be competing for tonight's champion. And that's the trophy that will Connor, and I'm always thrilled to be joined by my intense in the qualifiers, but it's even going to be more.
Yesterday, but I think it's going to be nothing compared to today's, and in hopes for them to come out and put on
some of the stars that we're going to see here in tonight's
Fred Richard and Asher Hong, as well as, I mean, the competition field tonight is absolutely.
It all comes down to tonight.
Yeah, guys, it's not just about having to reset and recover quickly. They go back with that stretching, ice baths, and it's games getting out of the gym because they're back here.
Presence note.
A fatal full-weight championships. The first team to score is tag team champion. Introduce
the former tag team champions. Flair, of course, has become 34 when she beat Asuka to Mania 36. Ronda Rousey, Flair, Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch.
Just so we're clear, Cole, stars who know all about hitting top gear.
And this match tonight, Green, experienced Star Wars, the Mandalorian would win the tag team title.
Next, the team of
Bayley got what she wanted. We would find out later. Would attack Bayley gold.
Yeah, it was a short lived before these two got back together at WrestleMania.
Bayley had Io Sky to win the
WWE Women's Tag Legend, the Irresistible.
Two legends, brand new WWE ceremony last night.
Yeah, from Pleshe, the reigning tag powerhouse duo they make.
Yeah, they won the tag defeated as a team.
Possess zero physical weak good tonight, ready to sparkle here.
In fact, Nia knocked off Alexa Bliss.
So I didn't get medically cleared today. So to take my place, I called.
He's back!
I thought we would see the day!
Nikki Bella, the team up.
No secret. Anyone knew Paige?
Bella, who's missed out because of that intro for this audience who have.
Paige looks in tremendous free Bella as part of this fatal quarrel. Looking up doing some research.
Their couches right now. I know it's late there. Dynasty over there while she's back.
His first time in a WWE main roster debut as Lash Legend starts the first team to gain pinfall or submission will win the tag title when she would win a championship.
Yes, tag your own tag partner.
And now has been so impressive and incredible.
Is that are both worth doubles?
Is actually in this match, Wade.
Oh man, this place.
And the queen now since Nia Jax out of the. You see Charlotte Flair and part of that team, PCB, and look at this.
Like this, there's always going to be opponents flying.
Using Lyra Valkyria as a weapon.
But you are used to teaming.
Back in time here, and kickoff show a number of years ago.
But you'll take whatever you can get at this point. When you've got Nia Jax rearranging your legend, for many people, that is the future of the war by storm since arriving.
Choke slam right with that boot to Charlotte.
With a frame like Lash, veteran Wiles now is Charlotte.
Now Bliss. Oh, and a deep.
Valkyria, one of the greatest high flyers in a former inch. You've got Lash Legend out of the ring, do whatever you can.
And Bayley delivers her fall.
Well, Lash was down, but certainly
from her partner Paige before
return of Paige by preventing her from even getting
matchup. And Nikki tries to...
But loose alliances in this one.
And so confident. She powers it. Yeah, sending Bliss and Lyra to the mat.
Absolute bullseye at that, taking a lot entry into this match.
Tag made. Here comes Nia Jax with a big boot.
Nice nimble.
Here comes Paige! Into Nia. The inaugural NXT. Yep.
Paige is looking better than...
Last Legend gets caught by a kick.
Paige ahead of the competition since that time.
Body to Lyra Valkyria. Who rolls it for Nightwing. Paige able to counter. Way! And a breaking things up is Jax.
Championship time now. Looking to retain.
Now, Nia in here.
Valkyria kept the match alive.
Teammates, rivals, two women that led us to the
entry, throwing down.
Looking for the figure.
Paige is looking
Wrestle selection.
Down.
Alexa Bliss out of the ring. Distracting Bliss. Crutch.
To recover.
Free with the tag titles.
WWE Women's and Paige
belongs and back at the match with that ankle injury now attacking Bliss, giving Paige enough time to kick count moments later with this crazy Brie Bella and
WWE over a decade ago returns for the first time again. One of the most inspirational women tag team titles.
That is just the ultimate 15 years in the women's division. Paige,
the Mandalorian and Grogu Wars. The Mandalorian and Grogu.
This is about preventing.
Go now. I'll hold them off.
Could be.
Red bag.
Oh.
She's a credit wrecker. But what she doesn't know is that canceling both of which could lower her score. CreditWreckers.com. Credit One Bank.
To it and not able to hang on to that Tkachev.
The women's interchallenger from Dublin, Lee! she is the Women's J Lee!
And now, for the first time in 11, her way to the ring. Jessica Carr moments ago. Go ahead.
I cannot fail to notice that the is none other than Jessica Carr, the challenger Becky Lynch. For the battle, there is zero chance. Jessica Carr.
Wendy's invented this Wendy's spicy chicken. We're championship against Becky Lynch, and for Becky, the submission move known as the Becky is tapped out to the Black Widow.
Guaranteed L. The other half is avoid.
Keep up this propaganda to give her an out.
5 years plus of nonsense right here at WrestleMania.
Revealing that her 5-year-old daughter.
Rival straddling a couple of eras as you delivering multiple humiliations.
Lynch, though, we cannot ignore her women's division.
And Lynch from the off.
And fallaway slam into the bear.
Well, that is an example right there of why she.
WrestleMania. Becky, of course, part of the main event, first women's main event. Cover now by Becky to win the title and a
king up the champ and doing some major damage.
Jessica Carr is
a cheat.
Well, not going to determine. Becky with a big exploder, sending
Lynch's greatest hits in the first 90 pulls of Lynch.
Well, Becky should be confident. AJ taking off the turnbuckle pad.
Well, no, getting losing the match.
I can't with you because you are absolutely insane.
Official just called the competitor insane. Jessica Fast Count Carr.
Also didn't hear what
the person was screaming, and now completely turning.
A knee to the face. And now a
in the jaw of Becky Lynch. And collision, clearly a diminutive individual. So
sliding underneath and taking Becky off her
fold in this match after the early abuse.
Connecting, gonna crawl toward the couple. Looking to
recall to AJ Lee. So impressive since return. Getting better with each matchup, and that is scary.
There's over 50,000 match between the champion who's in trouble, aged
on the face of Becky Lynch here.
Who's got arm drag. And a kick now to and now
oh God, oh God.
And Becky
camp has been all about for Becky Lynch. That
AJ Lee just got
in the eyes of Becky Lynch. AJ Lee surgically repaired, catching, but the resilience of AJ Lee.
Careful, she doesn't get disqualified here.
Yeah, especially
Carr for letting things.
Okay.
And say Becky didn't deserve that.
Cover by AJ. AJ Lee thought she had it in the bag, simply focusing on the referee. And it really is up for, but their opponent has been equal to it.
He delivers one of her own.
Oh God, getting towards those ropes.
There, which caused AJ Lee to slip
off in the hands of Becky Lynch.
And now sending AJ Lee into the no idea what happened. And Becky Lynch.
And new man, Becky.
Well in the world. Not a, she finally well, this is where an almost line here, potential disqualification, was AJ Lee with a manhandle slap. Apparently pulling the hair of some underhanded tactics, removing that unbeknownst to the ref. Head fighter, we got a new intercontinental
Lynch. Once again. Can't be upset at the way she lost that match. Time to bring fans closer to WWE. You can join the wait list now by visiting May 8th. Many in the house here. The actor here tonight in the house, and of course,
the Stone Cold t-shirt on. How many beers is that now?
He's retired, but he's one of the all. Marco, the comedian, and well, I don't think
though. I wouldn't mind giving it a try.
How about
yes?
Connor Van
the Dart Destroyer, my all-time favorite boxer.
Break to the Dorfman family. They're going from the up needed most.
Introducing first and 50 pounds.
Gunther has a lot to prove. Two of the biggest upsets in WrestleMania. 666-day reign as in her main event, Jey Uso.
So shut up. Now that Gunther is in
Goldberg and John Cena and AJ. To a break. when you need it most.
From Davenport, Iowa, Freakin'
15th WrestleMania. Here we go, wasting little time. Go. Seth Rollins, who missed months, and there's no way he's 100%.
A rear killer like Gunther, Mr. WrestleMania, the guy who does it.
Oh, look at this, thumbs to the eyes, and for those who this is a fight, Rollins and Gunther. Rollins,
you've been out of action for 6 months, Lou.
Well, Rollins is not forgetting that attacking Rollins from behind.
Even by Paul Heyman, but oh God.
Wayne, when is the last time you've
been victim of relentless attacks in the major mission? So Gunther,
Gunther just trying to regroup this matchup, and the fight's going to continue.
To the Adam's apple that just bounced to cut Gunther down.
Taking out so many men here. And now, look for the German super. You always worry when you see Seth land like that.
He's racking from top, right now, bouncing past
Rollins going for one, and he ran.
Anyone would have expected this, knowing full to a boil here, and Gunther's game. Seth Rollins, who's been out of commission for 6 months, for ability here.
Well, Gunther tried to get the upper hand. He likes it. That methodical.
And he's a driven traditionalist, and this ability does his homework, preps like a machine from this point. Do some of the ring general.
And it's interesting that nothing was concluded in that matchup, and it's.
Says he's hated Rollins.
8 wins in WrestleMania history of the century. The cash-in of the money in the...
Rollins, one of the best to ever pull on a... belongs exclusively to him.
Prove in this match tonight. Chop right to them.
And Rollins all of a sudden looks like no warm-up matches. Not against this man mountain.
Rollins near the top rope. Rollins into a position perhaps. Rollins!
Gunther's
and Rollins! Position for a stomp. Gunther once again out of harm's flex of his own. And is possessed tonight.
Yeah, whatever Embers was after this impressive buckle to Gunther. Both men now led.
50,000 at Allegiant Stadium squaring off.
Toast by now, especially given the... And Seth is the one who looks closest.
Right across the face, and another one by the way.
A 5-star classic. It's simply been not looking to show off their scientific skills.
Has a massive chip on his shoulder.
And Gunther's done a really nice job of slow. The agility of Seth freaking Rollins has backed him into a corner.
Rollins with a headbutt of his own. Now he's going to fight
a fiery daredevil spirit.
Rollins stacks him up. Early glanced at the official, and it allowed
power explosive advantage over.
Learned over many years.
Hard to Gunther here. Look at the names he's retired. Gunther doesn't care about the all single time.
Well, and Gunther's made a point. So maybe I end your career.
And growing by the month.
I mean, no matter what you think about the man, say now. I've said it on a number of occasions.
All areas of mat competition. And it's completely matchup proof.
Seth able to turn things around. He hooks Gunther. Drops Gunther to an A. Seth looking for the stop.
One like Gunther. Second bite of the cherry.
Rollins has got a bridge out, but he's still got
best to get out of it. Didn't get a full pedigree there, but
Gunther kicks out at 2.
The moment Seth's hopes was as flush as they get. Normal. Kicking out from that level of
10 immediately.
Seth Rollins. I give him 2 of my back right near Seth Rollins that has caused mate.
Now Gunther back to his feet as Seth Rollins' way. Rollins rolls him up, stacks him up, shoulders, then counter by the ring general.
Unlocks Seth Rollins, and that is a bigger
sleeper. Rollins trying to hang on, trying back to a vertical base.
And that is freakish.
And Rollins is out of the sleeper. Boom! And another.
And two men
rolls wide. Did you hear that?
And it looks like Gunther's ready to take.
Gunther, superplex. Gunther,
frying pan into the fire, and Gunther.
It's Gunther gonna tap again. Gets his foot on the bottom rope.
What an advantage it was there. And kitchen sink at Gunther, and one way or another is. I don't think Gunther has any of the momentum back with Seth. Like this, you have to be relentless.
Gunther, though, able to hook Rollins to the table.
Absolutely no kick.
Gunther with Rollins up table.
And that might be a Rollins desperately needs to get the body of Gunther. Oh, God.
Oh, no, he's going to go for a massive stop. What's going on? Stop by Rollins. Beaten and busted.
Well, the referee.
What a match.
A pedigree.
A spear to Rollins. The Vision's brought
with a major injury over the past couple of
Rollins in half. Gunther beat
understandably on Gunther.
Carried back at his nemesis. He better body of Rollins.
A baby for Gunther here.
Rollins is fading. Gunther's got it low. Rollins is out.
Here is your winner, the ring.
That was absolutely incredible. Rollins' WrestleMania dream.
I have no idea if Gunther has any clue. The look at this, the closing moments of the match. Apron following up with a powerbomb on announce desk with no give, followed up by the referee otherwise engaged. Seth Rollins
in his vision. Only badass Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker, breakneck speed.
When you had the chance.
Down the ramp, all a warning. Stay well away from the. Oh, look who's looking on a.
Paul Heyman,
hottest thing in this industry.
Bad to very worse.
The wrestle.
Avec
primer campeonato en pareja para Brie Bella WWE.
Delhi, India. How about Dublin on WrestleMania 42? Rio Grande Hampton enjoying WrestleMania 10. Chumba Casino. Step into the ring, play hundreds. We'll remind everybody that immediately Joe Test hosting the festivities.
The Survivor versus the Machine. If part 1 was about two worlds colliding, then part 2 is about what truly makes these men dangerous. Because championships, reputations, and WrestleMania moments only tell part of the story. The real story is found in what each man becomes when the pressure rises. Seth Rollins becomes a survivor. Gunther becomes a machine. That contrast is what makes this match feel so compelling. Seth Rollins has spent much of his career learning how to endure chaos. He has been betrayed, doubted, injured, criticized, and counted out more times than most stars could survive. Yet somehow, every time the door looked closed, Seth Rollins found another way back through it. That is not luck. That is instinct mixed with intelligence. Seth understands wrestling in layers. He understands timing, pacing, momentum, psychology, and emotion. He knows how to shift a crowd. He knows how to steal belief away from an opponent. He knows how to remain dangerous even when exhausted. Many wrestlers are great when everything goes according to plan. Seth Rollins becomes great when the plan falls apart. That is why he has lasted at the top for so long. Every era changes, every roster evolves, new stars rise, old names fade, styles transform. But Seth Rollins keeps adapting. He changes with the times without losing who he is. That ability is rare. He is not just talented, he is durable in ways people often overlook. Not only physically, but mentally. Seth can absorb pressure and still think clearly. He can hear a roaring arena, feel the stakes of the moment, and still make the right decision in seconds. That is the mark of someone who has lived through wars. Gunther is different. He does not survive chaos. He prevents it. Gunther enters a match with one intention: to remove everything unnecessary until only truth remains. He strips away momentum. He strips away rhythm. He strips away confidence. What remains is pain, fatigue, and the realization that the man across from him may simply be better. That is why Gunther feels less like a normal opponent and more like a system. He is methodical, relentless, efficient. He does not need flashy moments. He does not need emotional speeches. He does not need the crowd to carry him. He trusts the ring. He trusts pressure. He trusts repetition. One chop, one slam, one hold, one heavy breath at a time, until the other man begins to break. That is where Gunther becomes terrifying. He rarely looks rushed. He rarely looks desperate. Even when opponents fire back, he often remains calm because he believes the longer the match continues, the more it belongs to him. And very often, he is right. Seth Rollins can create energy in an instant. Gunther can drain it just as quickly. Seth feeds off motion. Gunther thrives in control. Seth wants unpredictability. Gunther wants structure. This is not just a clash of wrestling styles, it is a clash of mentalities. Seth believes no situation is hopeless if you stay dangerous long enough. Gunther believes every situation can be controlled if you stay disciplined long enough. One man improvises, one man imposes. That difference becomes even more important at WrestleMania, because the biggest stage creates pressure that cannot be replicated anywhere else. Noise gets louder, expectations get heavier, mistakes feel larger. In those moments, many athletes rely on comfort. They rely on habits. They rely on who they truly are underneath the lights. Seth Rollins under pressure often becomes fearless. He embraces spectacle. He embraces risk. He trusts his instincts when the moment becomes wild. Gunther under pressure often becomes sharper. He narrows his focus. He slows the fight down. He removes emotion and turns the match into calculation. So the question becomes simple. When WrestleMania turns intense, whose natural state is stronger? The survivor who refuses to stay down, or the machine that never stops advancing? There is another layer to this rivalry as well. Seth Rollins has built a career out of proving he belongs in every era. He has faced icons, future legends, giants, technicians, monsters, and masterminds. No matter what challenge WWE created, Seth eventually found a way to stand among the elite. Gunther may be the purest test of that claim, because Gunther does not care what Seth has accomplished before. He does not care about resume lines or past WrestleMania moments. He cares only about what happens once the bell rings. And in that environment, previous glory offers no protection. For Seth Rollins, defeating Gunther would mean overcoming a type of challenge few men can solve. It would prove that creativity and resilience can still defeat raw dominance. It would remind the world that experience is more than years. It is wisdom earned under fire. For Gunther, defeating Seth Rollins would be just as significant. It would mean that one of the most battle-tested stars of an entire generation still sees.